me fired up.
All right. Hi, Facebook. It's Elaine and Courtney, and we are here today to check in with Courtney because she has been using CBD and shifting a few things in her life for these past 2 months. It's been 2 months since Courtney reached out to me saying she was ready to, use the products and start her business. So I'm so curious to see where you're at, Courtney. So tell us, give us a little spiel about where you are, what you're doing, and what you're finding.
Okay, awesome. Yes. So this is like so crazy. Like the timing of everything has just unfolded beautifully and divinely. Because I remember, which I didn't think about this when we were talking about doing a live like yesterday, but I thought of it this morning. I was like, it's like we're almost 2 months to the day that I started. And I remember when we did the Facebook Live before together, I was on my way to Florida and I was trying to move to Florida and do all that stuff. And I remember saying in the live that CBD oil was one of my like baby steps into holistic health. And boy, has God like turned the ship since then. So I didn't move to Florida. That didn't work out. It worked out that it didn't work out, that whole thing. But I have since moved to Radford, Virginia, and I now am an assistant to a alternative therapist. He does a whole lot of like holistic work with patients and everything around this area. We just had a patient come from like Indiana the other day. It took him like 10 hours to get here. So really cool stuff, really exciting stuff. What brought us together was CBD oil. We just got connected on Facebook. I don't know how we got connected. It's kind of like how you and I got connected, just a divine connection. I don't know. And we got to talking, and I noticed in his profile picture, he had a bunch of essential oils, and he noticed all of my CBD oil. So we kind of like put our oily minds together, and next thing we knew, I was packing up and moving to Virginia to work for him, and here I am. So yeah.
Wow. Unanswered prayers, like divine intervention, synchronicity, flow, like the universe is working for you. I love it. That's amazing. Yeah. And so now you've really, truly had your product experience. How are you feeling on the oil, just, using it now consistently?
I absolutely love it. I remember when I came back from Florida, because I was in Florida for like a week or a week and a half while my product, like my very first product order, was shipped to Kentucky. So I was like, oh no, I don't get to try this. And it drove me nuts. Like I was so eager to be home and like come back to Kentucky, leave the beach, whatever, to get to my CBD oil. Well, I drove like 15 hours all night to get back home. And as soon as I got home, it was like 5 a.m. I tried that oil. It was actually this same one. It was my, this isn't the same bottle. It was this same type of oil, but it was the 500 natural flavor. And I just took 3 drops. I did the, start low and slow. I took the 3 drops. And next thing I knew, I was in my room reading a book. And I'd been carrying this book around for a long time. And I was like, why am I reading? And I was like, holy crap, I can focus. Like I can focus. And I read like 20 pages. I'm more of like a 5 to 10 page type of girl at a time, and then I'm going to sleep. That's why I was reading, was to like wind myself down, but it wasn't making me tired for once. I was like, I can actually like pay attention to what I'm reading, and I'm excited to read. And so like I ran with it. Like I've almost knocked out a whole nother book, and like, yeah, you don't realize how much you can't focus or how bad something is until it isn't. And then you're like, whoa, I can see, I can read, I can think, I can, all these things. So that was really exciting. And then, the next morning got up and had my CBD coffee. I ordered a whole bunch of things at first because I was like super excited about everything. The dogs had the CBD oil, and it was just like boom, boom, boom. It was me, it was the dogs, it was my dad, it was my sister, it was my mom, it was my stepdad, it was my little brother, it was mom's dog. Like everybody in the immediate family is on CBD oil now. My dad and sister actually like even jumped in and like wanted to do the business side of it with me. They're like, Courtney, like we want in on this, but like they're not big social butterflies like we are with like Facebook and stuff like that. So I'm helping them out a little bit with that. But yeah, it's just, this stuff is awesome. Wow. I'm so glad I found it.
So powerful. I mean, I can relate to what you say about the focus, not only with my son with autism, but for myself, I just feel the flow, the focus, the brain fog, diminish. And that's one of the biggest things that people report to me through testimonies is the focus, the calm, the sleep. So, I mean, CBD helps each individual body in a unique way, which is amazing. So, you know, my son with autism needs it for certain things, whereas I need it for certain things, whereas someone with extreme anxiety or depression needs it for something else. So, wow, amazing. So tell me, you posted something yesterday about a scan. Can you tell us what that's all about? I was like, I'd get my jaw off the floor.
So yeah, I had to pick my own jaw up because I wasn't expecting that. Like, my boss and I kind of did that, like, let's just see, like, just playing around, you know, we had downtime. And I actually have a whole nother image to share. I shared it on my Instagram, but I didn't put it on Facebook yet because I did a scan of my back, or what that is a thermographic image. So it's thermography or a thermogram camera, and it shows heat in your body. So a thermogram in particular, or thermography, is very beneficial in, say, detecting like breast cancer. So it can detect things as small as a pinhead, whereas just for sake of comparison, a mammogram, when you get a mammogram, that can only detect masses, I think, like, what is it, 3 centimeters in diameter?
It has
or something?
at least a half an inch in diameter.
Okay.
So it'll be one centimeter to be able to even detect it.
Okay.
That's
So
the minimum size.
much bigger is what mammograms can detect. So I have always favored thermography. I learned about it in the Truth About Cancer, that book. And I remember reading that book's like description of what a mammogram does. I remember being like, oh, like I couldn't even read it. Yeah. And so I became very interested in that. And lo and behold, where I work now, we do a lot of thermography for people for all types of reasons. But like I said, it shows heat, and it can, like, if you understand what the gray and white scale is of it, it can show like fibroids, swollen lymph nodes. It can show a lot of things that would to other people be known as, you know, the C word, spots or tumors and that kind of thing. This is just kind of a way to like catch it even earlier. But I've already been checked for spots and all that. So there was none of that in my images. But what I was wanting to see was the inflammation. So the red spots are heat, and that represents the inflammation in your body, which I wasn't in any pain when I did it or anything. Like, I take CBD oil every day. Like, I'm pretty good, you know. And we just wanted to just see what happened. And so we took the pictures, waited. I only took 15 drops. I hardly ever take a full 20 drops a day. I mean, there's some days where, like, you know, I'm up longer, like I have a longer day and I might take some more or something like that. But I was like, let's just do 15 drops. And then maybe next time, if we do it again, I'll do 20 drops or 5 drops. Like, I was just ready to play with it. And so I did the 15. We waited an hour, like, we went back to work. We didn't do anything else. Nothing else happened to me. I didn't drink some magic liquid of other sorts or anything. And we took the image again, and like, that was gone. I was like, holy bejesus. Like, what is, like, if it can take away what little inflammation that I had that I didn't, like, I couldn't feel, you know, like, because there's general inflammation, and then there's problematic inflammation, such as like arthritis and people with joint pain and problems and that type of thing. If I had been in pain, that red scale and those pictures may have looked a little different, because there could have still been like a little bit of pain or inflammation showing left, but I wasn't in any, so it took it completely away. So I just thought that was like moving and powerful to see, you know.
It was incredible. I mean, you need to post that in the comments below once we're done with this, because like the pre photo and the post photo, like, the inflammation was gone. So even like people come to me and saying like, I'm generally healthy. I don't have huge health ailments. Like, what can CBD do for me? We all have inflammation. Inflammation is the root of all disease. And so if a few drops twice a day can reduce that for generally healthy people, like, it should be added as a superfood supplement into people's daily routines. Our endocannabinoid system is not getting the compounds that it needs through diet and lifestyle. And so, just a few drops, like you were saying, 10 to 15 drops twice a day. Some people are even lower, like 5 drops twice a day, does wonders. I'm reading the comments. Megan asked if CBD helps with anxiety. So, I mean, we cannot claim that CBD treats or cures anything. What CBD does is brings the body to balance and homeostasis. So if you're having those anxious feelings, it absolutely will help bring you down and calm you. Megan, we can add you to the Facebook, our Facebook community of 12,000, where people share their testimonies. And in the search bar, you can type in anxiety and tons of testimonies come up. I mean, yeah. Ashley is on the top of my head. She said, I mean, just with I'm not going to make any claims, but yes, Megan, people are saying it really, really helps. And you said also, Megan, does it come in in different forms? So as of now, the most powerful way to take a CBD oil is through liquid, ingesting under the tongue. It's super absorbable. It gets into the bloodstream the quickest. And so as of now, it's just an oil. I have seen capsules. I have seen gummies. That could be the future of HempWorks. I'm not sure. But the absolute best way is to take it sublingual in an oil form. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so let's shift gears now and talk about this opportunity, because yes, it's an amazing product. I mean, if you're looking for an organic CO2 extracted, USA grown, fresh lock drying system, third party tested, batch tested, if you are looking for like top of the line oil, this is it. If you are also looking for a way to earn an additional stream of income, this is also it. So the CBD industry is booming. I mean, a $1 billion industry, more like $22 billion industry in the next few years. You're hearing the news talk about it. You're hearing your neighbors talk about it. People are talking about CBD and what it's doing for them. And so Courtney, share with us what has been the response to people's interest in both the products and or the business, because I'm looking at your business center and you are crushing it. And it's only been 2 months. I mean, you're attracting amazing people with same like minds, holistic health minded people who are also interested in growing a business. And so tell us what your perspective has been these 2 months.
So, cool fact real quick. I think I made a post about this earlier this week, but I've always bartended on the side, and I mentioned that before, and I had mentioned in our last live that I had sworn off service industry until further notice, but making this sudden jump and moving out of Kentucky for the first time in my life, finally, I was like, well, like maybe I should like look around for a bartending job, at the very least. Like I didn't need it per se, but I was like wanting to use it to like meet people. The first friend that I made here cooks awesome Thai food and is like a big CBD guru himself. So I was like, I don't need bartending to meet people. And I've also not even needed that supplemental income, because here comes HempWorks just like boom like crazy while I'm in the middle of making like a move. And I'm like, okay, God, thank you. Like just so many cool divine things. But I honestly, like in my last go around with network marketing, I got not even a fraction of the responsiveness from people about what I was doing, about the product, none of it. And it has just like, it's really blown my mind to see, like, cause I mean, there's always, I'm one of those people, like, I always feel like there's something more that I could be doing, like I tell people about it, like I talk about it, like people see me using it, but I always just feel like, should I say more? Should I do more? And I'm getting huge responses off of just like, in my opinion, the little bit that I am doing, like I'm not saying I'm just kicked back with my hands up and feet up, I'm doing work as I see it, but I just always have like that eagerness. But I have messages, and I used to be eager for people to like join me and get in the business, but you and I and our connection have been like the best representation of you're going to attract the right people at the right time. Like the right people are going to join you. Like the people that need this business, they see it. They know it's there. They know I'm here. They know you're there. They know we're here for them. It's just a matter of when they decide to do it, like jump and make the move themselves, So if there was anything that I could say to the 40 plus people that are sitting on the fence right now, it's like, go ahead and swing that other leg over. Jump down off the fence. Let's go. Let's take off running, because the fields are green.
love that you say that. I mean, there is a 60-day money back guarantee. So literally to start your business, it can be for under $100. You pay a one-time $20 fee that opens up your business center. You get your shareable link. It's so super simple. You order your 1 or 2 or 4 or 12, whatever you want products, and you are in business. And it is so simple.
Really is.
We got a phone call. Let's see. It sidetracked me. I wanted to say, that HempWorks is ground floor. So 14-month-old company, and I hear you when you say like you had done other network marketing companies. People are. Oh,
you're fine.
Someone's at the door. Okay, I need 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay, I have 5 minutes. Someone's at the door, but ground floor company. I mean, it's been amazing. Our team is wonderful. Systems are in place. We have access to people and resources and amazing things. So, Courtney, any final words that we can leave with?
If you don't care, just super quick, because I know you're all the way across the map from me. You're all the way out in California. So I feel like you would have a lot of good insight on this to like start a conversation about it. And we don't have to go into super detail, but being in California and having a son with autism, I know you've explored a lot of cannabis from both sides of it. And I saw something recently. It was a comment that got my attention on Facebook. Somebody was concerned about CBD oil being addictive and or THC being addictive. Can you shed some light on that for anyone else who still has confusion on that?
Yeah, so what we're talking about here is hemp. Hemp is fully legal now. It was signed into law a month ago by President Trump, passed through Congress, fully legal. And so there are a lot of myths to dispel surrounding hemp-derived CBD. So yes, there are clinical studies on projectcbd.org, on PubMed.gov. So with hemp, it's big amounts of CBD, tiny trace amounts of THC. It's non-addictive, non-psychoactive. It's not something that your body, needs more, more and more of. The idea is to use it as a daily superfood supplement, but it's not something that you're going to be like craving, like, oh my gosh, I went 5 hours, I need my CBD. So there are a lot of, myths that we're dispelling, we're educating along the way as we're growing a business. Because this is new for a lot of people, and a lot of people do still have that connection of hemp being marijuana. So yeah, totally non-psychoactive, very as healthy as you can get. If you are taking other supplements, like this is just actually, I mean, as healthy as you can get, yes. However, this is the wild, wild west of CBD. Now that it's legal, you're seeing all these companies pop up. Massive amounts of GMO hemp, popping up. So consumers need to be their own best advocates and make sure they are getting the good stuff. They need to know what ingredients are in it and how it's sourced and where it's coming from. A lot of hemp is also coming from overseas. And so there is a lot you need to know because it's an unregulated industry. At the moment, there are certifications coming, for companies who are good and want that extra certification, similar to an organic certification. But it's something that consumers need to look into because people have been sending me screenshots of the back of their CBD bottle, and there is yucky fillers and junk, and no wonder it's not working for them. So I actually
tried one when I ran out of mine. A friend here, another CBD friend that I found, let me try her CBD oil. And even at a glance of the ingredients, I was so hesitant, but I was like, I'll try anything. Like, like I want to know what's out there. Like I want a true, genuine comparison. And oh my goodness, it gave me a headache. Yeah, it really did. It hurt my head. So I was like, no more.
We experimented with a few brands too, and either the taste was awful and my son wouldn't take it, or he would go crazy. I mean, it wasn't the right fit. And so I loved how you ended it before with give it a try. Like if you're on the fence, you have nothing to lose. So reach out to Courtney. Courtney can add her link to the comments 60-day money back guarantee. You either feel the shift and, you know, want to join the movement with us, or it's not for you and it's all good. But it's been so amazing seeing your face, Courtney. I love your posts. Make sure to post that thermography scan, the before and after, in the comments, because literally, I mean, a picture is worth 1,000 words. That was amazing. And we'll hop on in another few months and see where you're at in your, you know, products and business and health career. So it's so fun to do. And
yes, thank you. I love doing these with you. This is always so fun, and it's great to see my California friend way over there. Like,
I know.
It's snowing here. Like as we were doing this, like I looked up and it started snowing. So that was funny.
It's like sunny and 70 degrees here. So I won't rub it in. But. All right, Courtney. Bye, Facebook. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.